Stations of KUAM, a proud sponsor of the United Airlines Guam Marathon. Register before April 4th for the 5K, 10K, half marathon, or full marathon at unitedguammarathon.com. Closed captioning is brought to you by IT&E Life in Motion. KUAM News Headlines is presented by Calvo's Insurance, a legacy of trust. Serving Micronesia since 1938. Matson Navigation, serving Guam and Micronesia for 20 years. Cars Plus, Dodge Challenger, the undisputed champion. IP&E, fueling excellence. McDonald's of Guam, I'm loving it. And King's Restaurant, located in Tamuning and Dededo. Always open, always local.
Coming up, an astonishing 3 more people have filed suit for clergy sex abuse, and one of them for the first time is a woman.
And new developments involving a UOG professor accused of sexual assault.
And a pair of bills has a single mission to establish a part-time legislature. You might be watching us on KUAM TV8 live or streaming us YouTube anywhere in the world, and we thank you for tuning in tonight. Half a day alongside Sabrina Salas-Metanani, I'm Jason Salas. All right, leading off tonight's broadcast, the first woman has filed suit against the church for clergy sex abuse. 65-year-old BT, as she is known, lives in Saipan, but filed her complaint in the District Court of Guam on Tuesday. The person alleges that she was sexually molested by Father Joe R. San Augustine, also known as Andrew San Augustine, when she and her younger sister came with the priest to Guam for a vacation. San Augustine was employed by the Archdiocese of Agana, but temporarily assigned to the Mount Carmel School in Saipan, where he was BT's teacher. While on Guam, she alleges the priest kissed her and touched her private parts, as well as digitally penetrated her when she was just 12 years old. BT is suing for $5 million. KUAM News has since learned that San Augustine is a member of the Concerned Catholics of Guam organization, but no longer a priest for the Archdiocese of Agana. Also filing today is a former altar boy and Boy Scout, Donald Vincent San Augustine. Although Father Louis Brouillard was not his priest or scoutmaster, the priest did visit frequently and was assigned to teach the Sinanya troop to swim. On one such swimming trip, the priest allegedly raped him in the water. He quit the Boy Scouts immediately thereafter. St. Augustine is suing for $10 million.
And on late Monday, another alleged victim filed suit against the Archdiocese and the Boy Scouts of America Aloha Council. Plaintiff JCT alleges he was 15 years old in the early 1970s when he was sexually molested by his Boy Scout troop leader, once again Father Louis Brouillard, on a camping trip in Meninganjotnya. The priest came into his tent and performed oral sex on him, all while assuring the teenage boy it's okay. Using his free hand, JCT alleges Brouillard fondled his tent mate too. When he was done with JCT, Brouillard also performed oral sex on the second boy. Although he would continue to go on camping trips, the plaintiff states he would fight his way out of letting the priest into his tent. JCT is represented by attorney David Lujan. He is suing for $10 million. Coadjutor Archbishop Michael Burns confirms at least one parent has asked to change the name of Bishop Bumgarner Memorial Catholic School. The concern stems from the more than 40 lawsuits filed against the church. More than half of the plaintiffs alleging Father Louis Brouillard sexually molested them decades ago when he was an active priest and a troop leader for the Boy Scouts. Brouillard reportedly confessed to his actions to Bishop Apollinaris Bumgarner, who was the head of the church at the time, but the bishop allegedly told him to do prayers as penance.
Yes, I'm aware of that request. As far as I know right now, it's simply from one person. Taking it seriously, but it's one of those situations that's going to have to be, it's going to take a while for us to kind of discern the way forward.
In a press conference on Monday, the church provided updates on safeguards to protect children, specifically a task force that has completed trainings at all 14 Catholic schools to ensure faculty and staff are knowledgeable on mandated reporting laws.
Day 4 of trial against accused rapist Marco Omuera closed out with testimony from the FBI. Forensic examiner Brandon McCollum said the defendant's DNA was a positive match to the samples that were provided by the victim.
All right, the court compared that male individual's DNA to Mr. Omuera's and DNA matches. The likelihood ratio, or the evidence results, are at least 46 sextillion times more likely if it originated from Mr. Omuera than if it did not.
So what's sextillion? Is that a big number?
That's an extremely large number. That's the number 46 with 21 zeros after it.
Following FBI expert testimony, prosecution rested its case. Umware executed his right to remain silent and opted not to take the stand in his defense, resulting in defense resting its case. Umware stands accused of breaking into a woman's home and threatening her with a knife. He allegedly raped her multiple times in her home before forcing her to drive him to several locations. Closing arguments were heard this afternoon. The deliberations are to follow. Well, in other news, Professor Dr. Michael Ellert has been charged with sexually assaulting 3 women, but could have as many as 5 testify against him in trial later this month. As Crystal Paco reports, prosecutors are planning on calling additional students who will claim that they were more than just a teacher's pet.
Should alleged victims from years prior be able to testify in the upcoming trial against longtime University of Guam professor Dr. Michael Ellert? Defense doesn't think so. In a motion to exclude evidence filed late last month, defense attorney Jay Areola objects to the use of testimonies from 2 females who allege they were sexually assaulted by Ellert in 2009 and 2011, when he's only being tried for incidents in 2014 at a Halloween house party. Defense is calling out the government in their attempt to, quote, introduce prior bad acts which are otherwise barred from prosecution by the statute of limitations to convict defendant of the instant offenses, end quote. The motion justifies the exclusion by detailing the dissimilarities between the testimonies of the 3 known victims versus the 2 additional females. The 3 known victims will testify to being digitally penetrated while swimming at a beach. The 2 additional females to testify will speak to ear licking, forced fellatio, and non-consensual intercourse. Student LR attended an Ellert-hosted house party in 2011 and alleges he made sexual comments towards her and touched her butt. In another occasion, LR was alone with the defendant at a bar, and after asking for a hug, he allegedly leaned in to lick the inside of her ear. Student RH's allegations go as far back as 2009, also at an Ellert-hosted house party. While swimming in the deep end, she alleges Ellert grabbed her from behind and attempted to digitally penetrate her. Out of water, he allegedly pushed her and forced her to perform oral sex, so she bit him, and he pushed her, throwing her backward to hit a wall. They then proceeded to his bedroom, where he provided her a change of clothes, and they engaged in non-consensual sexual intercourse. Although trial was set for next week, parties will instead use April 12 to discuss defense's motion. Trial is now set for April 26 and is anticipated to run 5 full days, according to parties in court today. Reporting for Guam's News Network, I'm Crystal Paco.
The 2 men charged with murder will face a jury next month. Back in February, Gilbert Alvarez Jr. was brutally beaten and left to die on the side of a Manilao road. Arrested and charged with his death were 19-year-olds Malo Sally and Last Cimarron. Court documents state they had asked the victim for a ride home, then conspired to beat him and steal his truck. Jury trial and selection was set for May 10th.
Well, 30 days in jail and a $10,000 fine is the punishment handed down against former Gura housing specialist Antonia Mayo-Sinicolas. Although defense attorney Levin Camacho asked for leniency, noting his client's cooperation, the court upheld that jail time was necessary. Mayo-Sinicolas resigned from her position last year after the feds and local authorities cracked down on her role in a scheme involving bribery, specifically for receiving a bribe from 3 people for certification for Section 8 eligibility. She is to self-surrender on May the 5th.
A man is under arrest after witnesses say he tried to light the LPG tanks behind the Ruby Tuesdays into Mooning Tuesday morning. Cell phone video caught police taking him into custody. Rico Isaya is charged with terroristic conduct, criminal mischief, public drunkenness, and retail theft. Gas company staff tell KUAM the man allegedly used a metal drainage grill to bust open the cap of the tank and attempted to set it on fire. Fortunately, he was stopped and authorities picked him up at a gas station, as you just saw in that video, nearby, where he apparently started drinking beer that he grabbed off the shelf. Restaurant management confirmed staff and customers had to evacuate the building just before noon. The all clear was given an hour later.
In other news, a rather bizarre break-in in Tiedzin happened, and now police need your help to catch those responsible. It took place at the newly renovated gym in Tiedzin near the Gate Theater. The facility is the new home for the Guam National Basketball Training Center, and project staff say at around 2 p.m. yesterday, they noticed the double doors had been smashed in, with the electrical panel having been damaged. It appears that thieves used a car to get inside and even took off with copper wire. The incident now sets the project completion date this month back at least another 3 weeks.
we were thinking, my God, who could do something like this? You know, it's a tax credited job. A lot of companies put a lot of effort and donated a lot of money for the project.
The facility was dusted for fingerprints, and if you have any information about this case, please call Guam Crime Stoppers at 477-4357.
Stay tuned. We'll tell you about what the Guam legislature has been up to. That and more on the way. Keep it here.
There are more ways to experience KUAM News than any other source on Guam. Download the KUAM News app for your Apple or Android device for 24/7 news, sports, videos, weather, streaming with KUAM radio, and important news alerts. And stay connected at home with Guam's first app for Apple TV. All available now from the App Store.
Have you gotten paid yet? That's the premium automatic insurance deduction plan from Calvo's Insurance. Paid simplifies your home and auto insurance. No down payment. No more long lines. And you can stretch your payments up to 12 months. Paid is convenient. It deducts from your payroll, your checking account, or your credit card. With Paid, you get up to 65% off your car insurance and enjoy lifestyle club discounts. Life can be easier when you get paid.
Call Calvo's Insurance today and save on your home and auto insurance.
Two things come to play when talking about mobile data: price and speed. Let's look at what happens when we compare the competition against iTeeny's $80 plan. Docomo's $79 plan comes with 6 gigs. iTeeny's $80 plan comes with 20. GTA's $80 plan comes with 10 gigs. Better, but you get twice as much at iTeeny. iTeeny has the best network and the data to back it up. Get unlimited talk and text and 20 gigabytes for $80 at iTeeny. Oh, and if you bring your own device, get 40 gigs.
A beautiful, healthy smile is an expression of confidence. The more confident you are about your smile, the more likely you are to fully express your feelings without having to worry about the way your teeth look.
Before cosmetic dentistry, I didn't smile as much. I didn't have the confidence, and it shows. And since I've had cosmetic dentistry done, I feel 10 times more confident. I make my initial introduction with a nice big smile and a handshake, and I just, feel like it really is a relationship builder, a nice warm smile, and it makes the clients and customers feel more comfortable with you, feeling confident, and they feel that you're not just there for business, that you're also there kind of as a friend as well. So, I mean, it's amazing how powerful a smile can be. A good smile.
Since your smile makes a significant impression on those around you, it is important that it makes the impression you want it to make.
Connect with KUAM News. Find us on your favorite social media platform. Follow us and stay in the know with Guam's news leader.
More cutbacks have been proposed from the legislature as a pair of bills has now been introduced for the island senators to work part-time. Nick Delgado has more in our next report.
A part-time legislature for Guam, the proposal is nothing new and has failed in the past.
Ours is a very simple approach.
But could this time be any different? Senators Fernando Esteves and Tommy Morrison introducing Bills 60 and 61. Measures both are confident will make it past the session floor. The change?
So the senatorial compensation for a part-time legislature will no longer be a salary, but it will be a $1,000 a month stipend with a $140 per diem rate for each session day.
These bills are just the start of the process to engage our people. We formulate good policy.
Bill 60, the Citizens Legislature Act, would establish the part-time legislature and provide continuity of essential operations by classifying key personnel, while Bill 61 will give voters the opportunity to decide via referendum in the 2018 general election.
No doubt this bill will include some pushback from some in the community, including those here at the legislature, but the authors of the measure say that's feedback they're ready to take on.
We don't want to give any room or any way out of addressing this matter.
It's timing. You know, government is a living and breathing thing. Something that might not work in the past might work in the future. Something that
Estevez says the proposal is modeled after Nebraska. Reacting to the bill, Speaker B.J. Cruz stating in part, quote, "To do a part-time legislature right on an island this small, we must ensure that any private entity that employs a senator is barred from a business relationship with the government, something this proposal does not address. Without it, the legislature may become a little more than the place foxes meet to divide up all the chickens." Senator Frank Uggan Jr. adding, "I believe we can still achieve the work we do today in a part-time legislature, which is why I drafted a three-part bill earlier this year, which is currently with Legislative Council for legal review. However, I look forward to reviewing the Estevez-Morrison version to see where the bills are compatible and where there are conflicts." And Senator Will Castro opposing the measures, stating in part, "On its face, the bill is a conversation starter, but I'm not convinced this is the right thing to do."
Either way, moving towards reorganizing our legislature towards a part-time operation will be addressed.
A reorganization Morrison and Estevez say they hope will further increase the list of potential candidates that want to lead our island. Reporting for Guam's News Network, Guahusinik Delgado.
And there is more from the legislature as infighting between Democrats led to talks of a possible legislative shutdown. They've fortunately been resolved during a meeting of the Committee on Rules Monday afternoon. Isa Baza explains.
With the threat of a legislative shutdown looming over their heads, senators sat down to agree on a budget that would fund operations for the rest of FY 2017. While Senator Mike San Nicolas introduced Resolution 69 last Thursday to approve the existing budget for the next 6 months, Senators Frank Uggan Jr., Dennis Rodriguez, and Joe San Augustine opposed the resolution, introducing a separate measure to approve the budget only temporarily. At issue was the fact that senators hadn't formally discussed the budget. In particular, Senator Uggan raised concern about $60,000 in lapsed funding taken out of his office account.
There were funds transferred to senators' offices / committees.
Correct.
Which are considered lapses coming into a new term.
And they
so
were
it doesn't matter
transferred
how you
from-
want to paint it.
Oh, no, it's not
I'm just
painting, sir.
saying
They were
that in this
transferred from
particular
Central
case,
Operations Reserve.
there were lapses and they really shouldn't have been touched.
San Nicolas, however, said it was his authority to transfer funding from several accounts, including his own, in anticipation of upcoming personnel costs. This issue was clarified through several amendments to Resolution 69, made by Vice Speaker Therese Terlahi. One amendment in particular would require a vote of 6 before lapsed funding could be spent or obligated.
The chair has never expended any lapse funds. I just want to clarify that. No, I know. I just want to clarify
Please,
that.
I'm not accusing anything of that. I am being just,
I understand.
I'm just trying to not get us to this place where we're having any misunderstandings or questions. Let's just, may I ask what the objection is that 6 people vote on use of the $400,000 in lapsed funds?
This language now is amending our rules, and that involves the whole body. And I'm asking us to just kindly involve the whole body.
Despite initial disagreement, parties eventually came to resolution, and the amended Resolution 69 was approved unanimously. It authorizes over $4 million to fund legislative operations for the remainder of the fiscal year. Reporting for Guam's News Network, I'm Isa Baza.
3 more criminals will be deported. According to a press release from Adelup, the 3 men were convicted for criminal sexual conduct or aggravated assault. All 3 are projected for release either this year or next. Clinton Lastimosa will return to the Philippines, while Mark Kuka and Dixie Tither will return to the Federated States of Micronesia.
DPW has filed a motion to dismiss the newest appeal by Cortec International in the controversial procurement to repair Simon Sanchez High School, as well as dozens of others. In a pretrial hearing before the OPA on Monday, Assistant AG Tom Keeler also requested for an expedited decision. Yet he and CTI attorney Joyce Tang expressed they may be able to come to a stipulation before a decision is rendered. A tentative hearing was set for the beginning of May.
Democrat Senator Tom Atta is taking a second stab at altering the procurement method for the repair of Simon Sanchez High School and 34 others. On Monday, he introduced Bill 58, which would remove the mandate to use the request for proposal method and instead fall back on the traditional competitive sealed bidding procurement process. Senator Atta had previously attempted to change the procurement method to a multi-step bid through Bill 411. While that measure was passed by the legislature, it was vetoed by Governor Eddie Calvo in January due to concerns regarding possible violations of separation of powers and the the expediency of the project. Superintendent John Fernandez said DOE is currently reviewing the legislation.
All right, everybody, please stay tuned. We got sports coming up, but first, here is what Mother Nature has in store for all of us with your island weather.
The strongest teams have the strongest fans. We're committed to keeping you close, even when you're not. GTA Strong.
Get more during our spring clearance event going on now at Cars Plus and Mighty. Inherit that go-anywhere attitude with the legendary rugged Jeep Wrangler 4x4 of the decade. For a limited time only, enjoy savings of $2,500 off. Or go beast mode and save up to $5,000 off Ram trucks, voted Guam's best 2 years in a row. Plus, well-qualified buyers can get 0% financing. Get to Cars Plus today for quick and easy financing during our spring clearance event. Cars Plus, driven by you.
Hey, smart spenders. Shell's Buy Food, Get Fuel promo is back. And this time, Shell's giving away grocery coupons too. Shell has partnered up with Cost You Less and Island Fresh to help you save. Spend $30 at any Cost You Less or Island Fresh and receive coupons for $5 off of your next $30 fuel purchase at any Shell station, or purchase $30 of fuel at Shell and receive a coupon for $5 off any $75 Cost You Less or Island Fresh store purchase. Visit Shell, Cost You Less, or Island Fresh today and start stacking on savings. Some conditions apply. See stores for details.
This sale is so big, it's national. Get up to 5 medium pizzas for $6 each when you buy any medium or large pizza at menu price. You heard right. That's 5 medium pizzas for $6 each. The National Pizza Sale, only at Pizza Hut, the island's best.
Why is tourism Guam's #1 industry? Tourism benefits our economy. Visitors come to our shores to experience our island. More tourist spending means more dollars flowing to our economy. Tourism creates jobs. From bell service to front desk to tour agents, more jobs mean more opportunities. Tourism builds businesses. From hotels to shops to restaurants. More businesses mean more dreams come true. Tourism preserves our culture. In the visitor industry, culture takes center stage. Celebrating our culture means keeping our traditions alive. Tourism keeps our land and waters clean. It all adds up. Tourism improves our quality of life. It helps make Guam a better place to live, work, and visit. Tourism works for Guam.
I just picked up the cake for the baby shower.
Yay! You know she's having a boy, right?
What?
Buick now has an SUV for that.
I did a lot of shopping in Italy, and I met a nice man.
Ciao! An SUV for that.
Hey, I thought you were choosing the flute.
Everyone's doing flute.
And even an SUV for that. Introducing 3 luxury SUVs from the new Buick.
KUAM Sports is presented by Triple J.
Day Guam, Chris Barnett, proudly brought to you by Triple J on a Tuesday. Great big show for you, including North Carolina versus the Zags. That's on the way, so let's get right to it. PBA legends, Filipino celebrities teaming up to take on the FSAG All-Stars in the 2017 FSAG Celebrity Edition All-Star Game played at the UOG Cowboy Fieldhouse. For the FSAG All-Stars lineup, Joe Blas, Edgardo Baza, Jimmy Collins, Sammy Setic, and James Stake got the start for the home team. Players repping the Philippines taking to the court for the friendship game. Celebrities, Derek Ramsey, Mitoy Yonting, Mansueto Anyak Velasco, Marco Alcaraz, and Luis Alandi. PBA legends represented by Edward Potch, Eugenio, Alec Heidick, Vince Hizon, Johnny Abrientos, and Luis Noli Loxon. Paul, big shout out to Raleigh and Tess Canoy of the Philippine Sports Association in Guam for putting on another great entertaining night of family fun. Trophies presented before the game, awarding the past season winners from the FSAG League. Senator Jim Aspaldon showing the hops, taking part in the pregame jump ball. And it was the Legends pulling off the 1-point win, 123-122 over the local FSAG All-Stars. IIAG Girls High School Soccer from Ukadu, the Simon Sanchez Lady Sharks taking on the Harvest Christian Academy Lady Eagles. On the pitch, the game scoreless deep into the second half with Harvest threatening to score on many occasions. But Lady Sharks goalkeeper Angie Sobervilla holding her own, coming up. Preacher, save after save. With time winding down and just a few left in regulation, a penalty was called on the Lady Sharks, setting up the PK for the Eagles. Harvest sending Sabrina Wagan to the box to attempt the PK. Wagan's shot sailing high, just barely going over the crossbar. Harvest keeper Luna Puanco did her part, keeping Sanchez scoreless for the remainder of the match. After the final whistle, guess what? Everybody's a winner. 0-0 draw. The Sharks now 0-1-1, while the Lady Eagles improve to 1-0-1. Tamuning Typhoons Basketball Club official practice beginning Friday at the Tamuning Gym this year. The 11 under traveling team competing in Las Vegas, July 16th through the 26th. Club training sessions held Wednesdays and Fridays for the following age groups: 5 to 10-year-olds, Friday 5 to 6:30 p.m. 11 to 14, Friday 6:30 to 8, and 15 to 18-year-olds, Wednesday 5 to 7. You can message Tamuning Typhoons at yahoo.com or contact the Tamuning Mayor's Office, 646-5211, or go on the interwebs, guambasketball.com, to download registration forms and details. NCAA Men's National Championship game, battle of the number ones, Gonzaga taking on North Carolina. Gonzaga 37-1, NC 32-7. First trip to the finals for the Zags, sixth appearance by the Tar Heels. Zags up early, 28-21, after Josh Perkins nails a three, but the Tar Heels clamping down at the end for the 71-65 win. Roy Williams with his third national championship title, and Joel Knight, first player to score at least 20 points in back-to-back title games. All right, thanks for watching, Guam. Hey, on behalf of our sports director, Dave Delgado, you keep on shining. Yes, you. My name's Chris. Adios.
It's tax time. You've got a refund. You checked the mail? Haven't got your refund yet? During Nissan's 17th annual Easy 1040 refund event, everybody gets a refund up to $7,000 cash with your new Nissan. Use it towards your down payment, drop the price, or take the cash. The Nissan Easy 1040 refund event going on now, where everybody gets a refund. Take your guest drive today or get the details at nissanguam.com.
It's time for the third annual Chucky Run Fun 2K 5K family event. Medals, prizes, and post-race fun inside Chuck E. Cheese Guam. Join us Saturday, April 8 at GPL. Show at 5:30, go at 6. Discounts and race fees for pre-purchase numbers available. Thanks to our sponsors. Hope to see you there.
The Down Syndrome Association of Guam exists to support families of individuals with Down syndrome. We're a group of parents who have children with Down syndrome and know the joys and challenges of raising them. For more information about the health, development, and education of a child or adult with Down syndrome, please contact Vicky Ariola at 472-6114.
Attention drivers, Triple J Auto Group has a shipload of vehicles on the way and need to make room. Now is your chance to get absolute year-end pricing during Triple J shipload sale. That's right, year-end closing pricing on the latest 2017 models and all remaining 2016s. New cars as low as $86 per paycheck and used cars as low as $68 per paycheck during our shipload sale. See PD and print ad for details or visit us online at triplejguam.com and get pre-approved instantly. Trade-ins welcome. Triple J Auto Group, customers first.
Wanted, Victor Gnangyan, aka Victor Magi, male, Pacific Islander, 31 years old. He stands 5 feet 5 inches tall, weighs 120 pounds, with brown eyes and black hair. Last known village, Dedido. Wanted for violating the conditions of probation. If you have any information regarding this individual or if the individual being sought would like to self-surrender, please contact the Marshals Division Criminal Section at 475-3513 or call Crime Stoppers at 477-HELP. That's 477-4357. All calls will be kept strictly confidential.
All right, everybody. I've been waiting all day to read Happy Birthday for the Cold Stone Creamery Birthday Club because one of the coolest names we've ever had as an inductee is Elvira Meston. One of my favorite songs, too. Elvira is from Rhoda. And another perfect year with you. Love your sister, Elvira.
And happy 17th birthday to Justin, Jesse San Augustine. Hey, it's a KUAM kid.
Absolutely.
Love you always, the family.
And he has turned out to be one heck of a baseball player. We've known Justin since he was yay high. And he's turned into a fine young man. Happy birthday, Justin. All right. Stay tuned. We are back with more after this.
Closed captioning is brought to you by IT&E Life in Motion. Health, Home, and Lifestyle. Presented by Paradise Fitness Center, changing lives since 1996.
Hi today, everyone. I'm Isa Baza. Welcome to Health, Home, and Lifestyle. Coming up in tonight's show, we have the latest episode of Life in Paradise, chronicling KUAM Managing Director Sabrina Salas Metanani and her husband Frank as they continue their journey to living a healthier lifestyle. Also coming up, we'll have information on autism and what you can do to help your child succeed. But first, let's check in with Nurse Jen Artero with this week's Health Check Report.
Health Check with Nurse Jen is presented by Island Cancer Center.
Half a day, I'm Nurse Jen. Should you or shouldn't you? Numerous studies have shown the benefits of owning a family pet. But is mom and dad really ready to commit to another addition to the household? According to the National Center for Health Research, Dr. Cascati and Dr. Zuckerman have identified mostly positive aspects to owning a household pet. In addition to seeing eye dogs that are trained to detect seizures, pets can also be trained to work with people affected with autism and use as an addendum to occupational therapy, speech therapy, and physical rehabilitation to help patients recover. Furthermore, their research found that over 71 million households have a family pet and cite that majority of pet owners agree they feel less depressed, get more exercise, and have a better positive attitude. A dog can help motivate exercise, encouraging walking, hiking, and just keeping active outside the home, while cats require less maintenance and have been linked to reduce anxiety and lower blood pressure. While most home owners have a dog or a cat, any pet can provide health benefits. A fish tank can be relaxing and de-stressing after a very long day at work, but even a non-traditional pet like a hamster, snake, or lizard can provide you with more daily stimulation and contribute to a sense of purpose. It's important to make sure you and your family are ready to own a pet before jumping into the commitment. A true evaluation of your family's lifestyle, traveling plans, financial status, and living accommodations should be done by all family members. It's agreed that owning a pet gives purposeful routine to days, helps people of all ages maintain a positive attitude, and provides a positive impact on one's well-being. However, it's absolutely true also that some human-pet relationships are likely to be more rewarding than for others. Some research suggests a correlation between asthma reactions with dog or cat hair, and some children are afraid of dogs or cats and actually display anxiety-like symptoms. Nonetheless, it's a family decision that should involve each member because everyone will be impacted differently. I'm Nurse Jen reminding you, don't wreck yourself. Health check yourself. Email me your thoughts or questions to nursejen@kuam.com.
Health Check with Nurse Jen is presented by Island Cancer Center.
Thanks, Nurse Jen. Stay tuned. Life in Paradise is coming up next.
At Island Cancer Center, we treat our patients and their families like our family. We have all been touched by cancer, and it is important to feel comfortable and secure under the care of our health professionals. You can count on us for skilled cancer specialists, the most advanced cancer-fighting technology on the island, and a commitment to caring for you or your loved one with compassion, respect, and empathy. Our family, treating your family.
Island Cancer Center, located on Guam Medical Plaza. Visit us at islandcancercenter.com or call 646-3363.
Hey, smart spenders. Shell's Buy Food, Get Fuel promo is back. And this time, Shell's giving away grocery coupons too. Shell has partnered up with Cost You Less and Island Fresh to help you save. Spend $30 at any Cost You Less or Island Fresh and receive coupons for $5 off of your next $30 fuel purchase at any Shell station, or purchase $30 of fuel at Shell and receive a coupon for $5 off any $75 Cost You Less or Island Fresh store purchase. Visit Shell, Cost You Less, or Island Fresh today and start stacking on savings. Some conditions apply. See stores for details.
Health, Home, and Lifestyle. Presented by Paradise Fitness Center, changing lives since 1996.
Welcome back to Extra. Over the last several weeks, KUAM Managing Director Sabrina Salas-Matsunani and her husband Frank have opened their private lives to share their personal journey to living a healthier lifestyle. With the help of Paradise Fitness and their personal trainers, they've taken steps to making the change to live life in paradise.
We found love in paradise. We have two beautiful children, one on his way to gold. But with both of us on the go and weight keeping us down, it's difficult to keep up. But we're committed to be fit, to be there for our children. This is our story, our journey of living life in paradise. We're not as bad as we first started. Frank and I are easing into our routines of working out at least 3 times a week. And who knew I would become quite fond of leg day?
3, 2, and 1. 5, 6, good. 8, 2 more. Last one. Good. 3, good. 4, there we go. 1, good. 2, 3, 4. So you've never done those in your life? No. Welcome. Welcome to the Big Kids Club on this side of town.
Before I'm done with this, I'm gonna be able to.
Okay, good. I like it.
I mean, not today. But
oh, okay. But not today.
At the end of this journey.
Aside from weekly workouts, we're constantly staying on top of making sure we're fueling our bodies appropriately.
So today we're here at the Dedido Farmers Market to get our fresh vegetables and fruits for the weekend. So what better place to do it but here? As you can see behind us, we have a lot of fruits and vegetables. So hopefully we find what we need for this weekend and we'll make it happen.
Right, because on the weekends, we get all our meals from Boca Box Monday through Friday, breakfast, lunch, and dinner. So on the weekends, we kind of have to practice, right, fend for ourselves and practice what we learn, still eat healthy. So let's go check it out.
Which one do you want?
Either one, they both look good.
So we get this one. Let me get 5 pieces.
And cucumber, I like cucumber.
Okay, as you can see, we just came. We got all our fruits and vegetables, fresh eggs. So this is what we'll be eating this weekend.
And from the farmers market, it's off to Paradise Premium to end week 4 with a weigh-in.
It's messing with your emotions. So the fat's going down, your body fat's going down, which is good. When I first started, it was at 37, and now it's at 35. Happy Day Guam, my name is Tiara Lizama, Paradise Premium Personal Trainer in Tumon. Today we did our second week of weigh-ins, and Sabrina's movement is pretty good. She's got 2 pounds down this week, and that makes an 11 pounds total in the last 4 weeks. I'm excited to see her progress and how she does in the next couple of weeks until the end of this journey. And we'll see how it goes.
We just wrapped up our week 4. We had our weigh-ins today, another 4 pounds down, and we finally got the body fat to drop about 1.5%. So we're right on track. Generally speaking, I mean, you're looking at 1 to 2 pounds of healthy weight loss a week after that initial burst that we had. So we're right on track to where we want to be. He's really starting to notice a difference now in his workouts, that he's getting stronger. He's able to control the muscles that he wants to control more. So moving forward, we're going to keep it up. We're going to keep the diet nice and tight here for these final 2 weeks of this program. And we're hoping to keep this weight loss and the journey going. But 16 pounds down so far, so we're going in the right direction.
All right, so another 2 pounds down. I feel good about it. Clothes are starting to fit that I hadn't fit in a long time. So, yeah, feel good.
Today I lost 4 pounds down. Eating is doing well. Boca Box is providing our meals, so I like it. It's been, I feel good. I feel stronger now. My recovery time as far as the workout, a lot better. I'm able to go in and out of exercises without hurting. How about you?
Well, we did leg exercises this past week, and who would have thought, that I actually love leg exercises more so than the lifting. I'm learning what my biceps and my triceps. I'm learning what they are. Tiara and I are starting to speak the same language.
Pain? Well, today we did shoulders, and we haven't worked out shoulders since we started working out. And today I think he made up for the past 3 weeks or 4 weeks now. And so he killed me. Feels good though. I mean, I came in, didn't have the best sleep, but came back and started working out and noticed my energy level picked up, and I feel good. Clothes are feeling a lot better. Every day we're doing, of course, working on the abdomen. Got to bring this down a lot more. Working on our cardio because the post test, I want to be able to do it with ease and not struggle through it. I know I can do it. It's just a matter of how I'm going to finish. Am I going to be hurting, dying, or am I going to be smiling through it like, okay, I can do this. Every one of us can do this.
And me, I'm going to be challenging myself in the coming week. Going to join my little boy with a 2K that he's going to be participating in. I'm not saying I'm going to run the whole thing, but I'm going to, probably run and walk and do as best as I can.
As we've said from the beginning, our journey is really about our children and being there for them for a very long time.
You guys were fat at the beginning, but then you turned out not fat anymore.
I think this Life in Paradise journey that my parents are on is a great opportunity for them to improve their overall lifestyle. I know that over the years, being in a long marriage, being very busy with work and kids, it's straining. And so all of us, we may not exactly resort to the healthiest ways. It's much easier to just go to a drive-through or something than actually have to meal prep. So I think it's great that my parents are taking that time to improve their overall health, and it's great to see them finally shaping up and getting things into gear.
Because I want them to live life in paradise.
Stay tuned. Up next, we meet with Dr. Roger Martinez and Dr. Vinny Duenas, who will discuss causes and resources available to help people with autism. We're back after this.
Your community calendar is brought to you by Taco Bell. Whether it's your first meal or your fourth meal, we've got you covered. Taco Bell, live Moss.
Two things come to play when talking about mobile data: price and speed. Let's look at what happens when we compare the competition against iTeeny's $80 plan. Docomo's $79 plan comes with 6 gigs. iTeeny's $80 plan comes with 20. GTA's $80 plan comes with 10 gigs. Better, but you get twice as much at iTeeny. iTeeny has the best network and the data to back it up. Get unlimited talk and text and 20 gigabytes for $80 at iTeeny. Oh, and if you bring your own device, get 40 gigs. This is Tabby. Tabby's service provider is iTeeny. This allows her to walk on campus without having to rely on Wi-Fi.
Hey, Abby. Hey, I switched to the iTeeny student plan just like you. I love how affordable their plan is. I'm so glad I switched to iTeeny. What?
Get up to 5 gigs a month for just $30 and the first 3 months free at iTeeny.
This sale is so big, it's national. Get up to 5 medium pizzas for $6 each when you buy any medium or large pizza at menu price. You heard right. That's 5 medium pizzas for $6 each. The National Pizza Sale, only at Pizza Hut, the island's best.
Who am I?
Haji Hao.
Who are we?
Home and Lifestyle. Presented by Paradise Fitness Center, changing lives since 1996.
Have and welcome back to Health, Home, and Lifestyle. In honor of Autism Awareness Month, I'm here in studio with Dr. Roger Martinez and Dr. Vinny Duenas. So first off, can you just tell us what is autism?
Go ahead, Doc.
Autism is a very complex neurologic disorder that affects early brain development. Key features include difficulty with social interaction, verbal and nonverbal communication, as well as stereotypical repetitive behaviors such as hand flapping or rocking. Some of the other coexisting illnesses include OCD, ADHD, severe anxiety, as well as seizure disorder. Autism can be a lifelong debilitating disease if left untreated.
Okay, so another question that's come up is what is PDD and Asperger's syndrome?
PDD is a subset of autistic disorder. It is no longer considered a separate diagnosis. PDD and Asperger's syndrome are now under one umbrella of autism spectrum disorder.
Yes, and if you got a chance to watch the movie The Accountant, it's a real life like representation of Asperger's, and so that's a great way of seeing what it's like if you don't know someone who has that syndrome. Someone who's high functioning, someone who has a difficulty with sensory input, and you can. It's a great way of watching it on Hollywood, but it's one of the representations that you can see in a movie.
Okay, so you mentioned already some of the symptoms, but if a parent's looking at their child, what are some early signs that they should look out for?
Some of the early signs that may be red flags include lack of social interaction, specifically amongst peers, or failure to show interest with family members, decreased eye contact, not responding to their name when being called, speech delay, as well as not playing with toys appropriately. For example, whereas a typical child may play with a toy car by moving it back and forth on the ground, an atypical behavior may be flipping the car over and playing with the wheels instead. Autism-specific screening doesn't occur until 18 months of age, as recommended by the American Academy of Pediatrics. Although if a child fails to meet normal developmental milestones prior to that, he or she should be referred to a behavioral pediatrician or pediatric neurologist for earlier screening.
Okay, so a lot of parents may wonder this, people in the community, what causes autism?
The cause for autism is still unclear. Scientists believe that it is a combination of autism risk genes coupled with environmental triggers that at some point create a perfect storm. And so there's been a big focus on epigenetics, which is the study of how the environment changes the way our genes behave rather than a specific genetic mutation itself. And so things like diet and exercise and environmental toxins are now changing the physiology of our bodies. And it's quite interesting and very alarming. And it's not just happening in autism, but in various cancers as well.
Okay. I like to defer to the ARI Institute in San Diego, and they've been around for 50 years. In fact, they're celebrating their 50-year anniversary this year. And they've been, basically it's a think tank, and they've been collecting data over the years with over cross disciplines to try to find out what is it that causes autism. And there's a huge divide in the community concerning the causes of autism. You may have heard of the debate whether vaccinations have an influence in the cause of autism, and also some of the, not just the vaccinations, but the ingredients in there. So that brings up a whole nother debate concerning vaccinations and the scheduling and the safety of that. And so there's my background in biochemistry. I was a biochemist for 10 years, working in research. And the one thing that we have to look at is not just the anecdotal evidence. Of course, we have parents that come up saying, well, I just had my child vaccinated and then started to show symptoms. And so that's anecdotal. But when it comes down to the actual evidence, taking cases and doing the research, well, there's a lot out there, and on both sides of the fence. And so a good, healthy debate brings just information so that parents can have some understanding of not just the cause, but also the prevention. And so I know there's a huge gamut of opinions on that, but I think it's important that there's a discussion, especially with parents who have a lot more questions than what they're getting answers to.
Okay, so as far as what's linked to autism, has a lot of it's still up in the air, still being discussed. But anything specifically linked to autism?
In about 12 to 20% of cases, there is a genetic link, and that seems to be the only objective data that we have at this point.
So there is a link to genetics in some cases,
Correct.
but is there a definitive cause and effect established, or it's just a correlation?
I think it's just, I don't think there's any direct cause, but there are multiple risk factors that may make someone more prone to developing autism spectrum disorder. And again, it's largely multifactorial, and it's still very, very poorly understood at this point.
Okay, is there anything parents that parents can do to minimize risk to their families?
I mean, I think that's sort of difficult to answer, just because autism is so dynamic, and every child in every case is so different. But some of the risk factors may include complications during pregnancy, prolonged labor, anoxic brain injury during birth, jaundice after birth, and of course, polysubstance abuse. So just maintaining a clean, healthy lifestyle seems to be maybe one way to address the issue.
Okay, so for parents or people with autism, what are the resources available to help them in the community?
We have a bunch of resources here in our community. I think Autism Community Together is the most well-known and most well-established ACT. And so they're a parental support group and autism awareness group. Their current president is Major Josephine Blas, and previously was Lourdes Mesa. So you can follow ACT on Facebook. There are other organizations out there, Parents Empowering Parents. Our organization that we run, Hunter Speaks organization, is also an autism 501c3. Our mission being, from a medical standpoint, bringing medically necessary treatment to the island, which is currently non-existent.
Okay, last thing, just to close up, I know there are a few upcoming events for people maybe who want to learn more. Tell us a little bit about that.
The Autism Awareness Fair is happening at the Uganda Shopping Center on April 8th. It's going to be from 10 to 2 p.m., sponsored by ACT. So there's going to be tons of information down there for people affected by autism and those that just want to learn more about it. We also have a 5K event on April 15th at the Chamorro Village. Go times at 5 o'clock, or show times at 5 o'clock, go times at 6 p.m. And all proceeds to benefit the Guam Autism Center.
And the following Saturday, we have a symposium sponsored by the Guam Medical Society. And Dr. Duane will be our featured speaker and coordinator, our MC for the event. And it's an opportunity for not just for healthcare professionals, but also parents, those who are concerned about autism will want to learn more. It's going to go into more detail concerning questions and maybe go into deeper discussion that can help people understand what autism is and how they can participate in helping their children or people who are affected by that.
All right, well, thanks so much for joining us. Again, it's Autism Awareness Month, and there are many events coming up for people in the community to learn more about it, whether they're healthcare professionals or they just want to learn a little bit more. So thanks again for joining us.
Thank you for having us.
Stay tuned, we'll have more health, home, and lifestyle after the break.
Guam's auto appearance specialist, Elegant Reflections, has been providing the automotive industry with professional detailing and car care products at its highest quality, from complete detailing, full interior detailing, exterior detailing, headlamp restoration, hand washing, seat and carpet shampoo, engine degreasing, undercarriage cleaning, paint sealant, fabric protection, paint oxidation removal, and so much more. Visit us at our new location. Call 646-5555 for an appointment. Elegant Reflections, Guam's auto appearance specialist, over 20 years of experience. It's time for the 3rd annual Chuck E. Run Fun 2K 5K family event. Medals, prizes, and post-race fun inside Chuck E. Cheese Guam. Join us Saturday, April 8th at GPL. Show at 5:30, go at 6. Discounted race fees for pre-purchase numbers available. Thanks to our sponsors. Hope to see you there.
Get more during our spring clearance event going on now at Cars Plus and Mighty. Inherit that go-anywhere attitude with the legendary rugged Jeep Wrangler 4x4 of the decade. For a limited time only, enjoy savings of $2,500 off. Or go beast mode and save up to $5,000 off Ram trucks, voted Guam's best 2 years in a row. Plus, well Qualified buyers can get 0% financing. Get to Cars Plus today for quick and easy financing during our spring clearance event. Cars Plus, driven by you.
Health, home, and lifestyle. News and information on wellness, health, balance, and fitness. Join Isabaza on Tuesdays for instant motivation, inspiration, and important health news from around our community. Presented by Paradise Fitness. Exercise is medicine. Health, home, and lifestyle. Presented by Paradise Fitness Center, changing lives since 1996.
That's it for tonight's show. Don't forget, if there's a health, home, or lifestyle topic you'd like